Well, it's raining again. As you could probably hear with the rain on the roof here where I am in my conservatory. But it doesn't stop us from looking outside our windows and looking at the beauty of these leaves in front of you. These are leaves on a creeper that comes over from next door, and at this time of year they change from green to these lovely colours of red and gold and yellow, and it's really quite nice. And I was originally going to have a walk around the wagonways and show you the colour of the bigger trees around there and the different leaves that are there, and thinking although this is a time where obviously we're getting very much wetter at the moment, and the cold is coming in and the plants have all finished producing the food, or most of them have, and the harvest is gathered in, and it looks as though we're the nights are drawing in and we can all get a little bit gloomy, thinking, oh, no more sunshine for a little while. But the sun's still up there somewhere, it'll come out again. But there are things around us that can remind us that God is in creation and how we are, that He has put these in for us to see, and it is the beauty of what's around us, and sometimes we forget to have a good look around. And I think it's a bonus, isn't it? God doesn't do things in flat and black and white. He seems to put a little bit extra twist to it and bring some sort of joy or encouragement within what is there. And I think it's beautiful. You can probably see some little buds on there's some ivy here, and that flowers at this time of year, which sounds a bit of a funny time of year, but it's part of the essentials for survival of some of the insects that have got used to this, and it's really, really nice. But a lot of plants at this time of year are going to come in for a rest, to relax down and almost regain strength, ready for the springtime in there. And sometimes, we need that. And yes, we've had lockdown and we've all reflected. And then recently we've been trying to get out and about, but with restrictions at the moment, it isn't quite so easy. So maybe we could sort of do a little bit of a reflection. And while I was thinking about this and looking at the nature around, I thought of that bit out of Ecclesiastes, and it's chapter 3, the beginning of chapter 3. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to grow things and a time to uproot things, a time to build, a time to tear down. The whole phrase there, that there are periods of time that come together, and sometimes it's quite difficult and sometimes it's very positive. But it may be a time for us to sort of think about something that's quite straightforward that we could do. And I've got a little challenge for you. Maybe during this autumn period that you have a look in your Bible and see which chapters you might not have read of anything, or which books of the Bible. And don't be frightened of the Old Testament. Yes, it's a bit gruesome in times, but there are a lot of little hidden gems in there, and it's showing. We've got to remember that the way that people lived then was very, very different in some respects to what we do now, though human nature hasn't changed too much. But it's worth having a look and thinking about one of the books that might be a bit obscure, and just have a read and see what God is revealing to you in that time. And yeah, if you want to read the one with the time to live and a time to die in, that's the Ecclesiastes, but you might choose another book. But whichever it is, I hope you have a good time and enjoy it. But it's a thought, isn't it? God's still with us, even when it gets dark, even when there's no leaves on the trees, even when it's all bleak around. God's still here.